Hello, everyone. My name is Sheena. Welcome to the House of Rhythm. Today, I will be leading you in your 45-minute OM Power class. So this is a mixture of strength and flexibility. We may move a little bit faster, but at the end of the day, it's all what's in your practice. It's what you feel comfortable with, which leads me into kind of the intention for our practice today. So it's all about authenticity. What's in your practice? How far do you want to go? Or where is a comfortable place for you to be able to reflect and really feel the moment, really tap into the energy that you're creating during your practice? So during the class today, I encourage you just to go deep inside when you're in your poses, when you're going through your movements, coming back to the breath, coming back to this little inner world inside to really make this practice authentic for you. That is where you're going to find the magic, the gold. Sometimes the stillness, the quietness, the understanding. If not today, maybe later it might come to you. Either way. So usually I'll have tools with me. I didn't bring my blocker strap today, but I can offer modifications throughout the class. Let's go ahead and start with breathing, just kind of getting into this body. I know sometimes when we wake up, we're on the go, we're doing so many different things. And it is such a treasure to just be able to calm it down and go within. So find yourself in a seated position. For me, I'm just going to sit on my shins. Feel free to go into a full lotus or a half lotus, whichever position you would like to go into. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. And we're going to take this time to just relax our body. So taking awareness from the crown of your head, moving on the front of your body all the way down to the tips of your toes, you're going to just kind of become aware of what's going on in the body. At the same time, just relaxing those areas that you are observing. So just take a few moments to do that. And then once you get to your toes, we're going to bring this awareness up the back side of our bodies. So under our feet, our calves, and coming all the way back up to the crown. Once we're here at the crown, let's do this one more time. A full, I want to say inventory. We're going to go through the front side of our body once again and then come all the way back up. So when you're coming down the front side of your body, pay attention to tenseness in the forehead, the eyes, even the mouth, if the lips are tense, or perhaps the tongue may be at the roof of the mouth, maybe you release it. When you get to the shoulders, just let them kind of relax and hang. And then with your arms, whether your hands are touching or maybe you have your hands just placed on your thighs or knees, let the shoulders and arms just kind of just relax and fall heavy. Once you've come back to the crown of the head, through your nose, take a deep inhale, allowing the lungs to fill up. At the top, hold for 3 counts, and then exhale out of the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Now we're gonna do this again, but we're gonna exhale out of our nose. So inhale, drawing the air all the way in, feeling it brush toward the back of our throat, feeling up the lungs until we get into the belly. Holding for 3 counts and then exhale out of the nose. 2 more times. Awesome. So throughout your practice today, always come back to the breath. You'll notice in the beginning, as you exhale out of the nose, it's going to build the fire. And then once you get a little bit more in your practice and you're starting to sweat, exhaling out of the mouth is going to cool you off. That is part of Iwaji breathing, which is a rhythmic breathing that kind of regulates your practice. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose. So we'll bring both of our knees to the outside edges of the mat, big toes to touch. We're going to fold forward over our thighs, extending our arms straight ahead. Here, with your palms flat to the mat, go ahead and push your hips so that they are connecting with the heels of your feet. If you cannot do that, that is okay. A modification is also to bring the knees maybe a little bit closer. Go ahead and find your breath in this pose. Maybe roll your forehead to the left and to the right. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, walk the hands out to the right. This is a side stretch on the left side of the body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, walk the hands out over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Now, let's go ahead and come up, bring our hips up. And we're going to do a shoulder stretch here. So let's go ahead and take that right arm and thread the needle. So we're sending that right arm underneath the left. We're going to bring that right shoulder down to the mat, bringing the right side of our face to the mat, and then the left arm, you can extend it out. Now here, if you want to make this a little bit more intense, you can go ahead and come back to that child's pose position. Try to keep that left armpit parallel to the mat. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring that right arm back forward, and then we're going to take the left arm and thread the needle under. Now you can stay up if you'd like, or if you want to go ahead and fold, go for it. Inhale, let's go ahead and come back up. We're going to do a couple rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, send that upper body, all the upper back up to the ceiling. Exhale, dropping the belly, hips to come up, head is last. Inhale, send the upper back up to the ceiling. Exhale. So do a few more rounds of this at your own pace. I always like to offer at this time, maybe you add some organic movement, like maybe sending the hips back to the heels, kind of warming up the hips. Make sure you do your reverse circle if you do that. And then maybe stretch out your wrists, because throughout practice, we really use, our wrists, we depend on them a lot. So maybe rotating the fingers to the outer edges of the mat, or perhaps continuing to rotate them toward the body. Now for me, I kind of come up a little bit closer and I try to bring my hips toward my heels to stretch the front of those wrists out a little bit more. Whenever you're ready, if you are stretching the wrist, go ahead and rotate the fingers back toward the front of the mat, and we should have a neutral back here. Let's go ahead and extend that right leg all the way out to the back. Make sure the hips are squared toward the floor. Extend the left arm all the way in front of you. Exhale, we're gonna squeeze, bring that right knee to touch the left elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, crunch, come back in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, crunch one more time. Exhale, extend. Inhale, crunch one more time, but this time we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, extend. And now what we're gonna do is, let's go ahead and bring the left arm over to the left and then the right leg over to the right. And let's hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, go ahead and extend, and then release, bringing the left palm and the right knee back down. We're going to do this on the other side. So extend that left leg all the way out. We're going to extend the right arm forward. Make sure the hips are squared toward the mat. Inhale, let's go ahead and crunch, bringing the left knee to the right elbow. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. One more time, but this time we're going to hold that crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, release or extend, and then we're going to open the left leg out to the left, right arm out to the right. Exhale, let's go ahead and extend, and then release the right palm back down to the mat, as well as the left knee. So here we should be in a tabletop position. Let's go ahead and come all the way up. Inhale, extend out fingertips all the way to the ceiling. Stretching, reaching up as far as we can. Inhale, let's go ahead and do a back bend here. Squeezing the buttocks. Exhale, we're gonna fold over. Interlace the fingers behind you and bring your forehead down to the mat. Rolling forward, lifting the arms up behind you. Inhale, come back up, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, let's go ahead and bring that right palm down to the right thigh. Exhale, bring that left palm down to the left thigh. Or you can maybe bring the palms up, fingertips pointing toward the floor up at your upper back. Open up the chest, and let's do a back bend here as well. Exhale, come back up. Now, if you want to deepen this, we can also maybe bring the hands to our heels. This is opening up the chest a little bit more here. Feeling that really deep stretch. You can drop the head if you like. Pushing the chest up, keeping your core engaged. Exhale. Interlace the fingers behind you, forehead down to the mat, and we're gonna roll forward a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and release the palms, bringing them down in front of us, curling our toes under so we're in tabletop. Sending the hips back to the heels, we're gonna slowly come up to our first downward dog. Adjust your hands and feet as you need to. Arms straight, palms are pushing away, pushing the mat away. Hips are high, drawing the belly button in and drawing the heels down to the earth. Here, go ahead and become aware of your breathing. Maybe you walk your dog, bending your knees to the left or to the right, or creating some other organic movement while you're in your downward dog. Inhale, bend both knees, look at your thumbs. Hop, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, fingertips toward the ceiling, and back bend. Exhale, fold. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers behind our back, chest to thigh. Now here, if the hamstrings are tight, Bringing the chest to the thigh, but having a little bend in the knees is good. If you're all right, if your hamstrings are okay, go ahead and straighten and continue to bring the chest to the thigh. Exhale, palms come down to the mat and high plank, bringing the elbows into the ribs, low plank, up dog, and back to downward dog. Once you're here, inhale, bend both knees, look at your thumbs, hop, walker, jump to the top of the mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, fingertips to the ceiling, back bend. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers again behind the back, chest to thigh. Inhale, palms come down to the mat, and chaturanga. Once you're here in downward dog, bend both knees, look at your thumbs, hop, walker, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. When you're here in this halfway lift, so the fingertips can come to the mat or to the shins, you should have a neutral back or a straight back and neck. The idea is to feel as if you're leaning all the way over and you're gonna fall. When you do that, you feel a much more deeper stretch here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, back bend. Exhale, fold. Again, interlacing the fingers. Forward fold. Exhale, chaturanga. Once you're here in this downward dog, let's go ahead and roll forward to a high plank. Go ahead and hold this high plank. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll forward and go to a low plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Push back up, back to downward dog. Now bend both knees, look at your thumbs. Hop, walker, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're gonna come up to chair pose. Big toes to touch, knees to touch. Arms are straight, chest is open and the gaze is in front of you. Sit down as far as you can. Drawing the belly button in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms come to the mat. And chaturanga. Once you're here in your downward dog, let's go ahead and send the right leg all the way up. Now, coming all the way up on our tippy toes, we're gonna stretch as much as we can. And then drawing that left heel all the way down to the mat. So let's go ahead and roll forward, bending that right knee. We're gonna bring the right knee to the right elbow, leaning all the way forward. Exhale, extend that right leg. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, extend that leg. Rolling forward, right knee comes all the way to the nose and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend the right leg all the way out. Now rolling forward, we're gonna bring that right foot outside of the right hand and right arm goes up. Exhale, go ahead and bring that right hand down and then we're gonna come all the way up to our warrior one. Once you're here, inhale, reach up toward the ceiling, slight back bend. Exhale, bring the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, open up the chest, and if you want to, or if it's in your practice, let's go to our humble warrior. Inhale, come back up, reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale, palms come down to the mat, right foot goes back, and chaturanga. Once you're here in your downward dog, inhale, lift that left leg all the way up. Pushing the mat away, you're gonna stretch as much as you can, drawing that right foot all the way down to the mat. Inhale, roll forward, left knee comes to left elbow. Extend that left leg all the way back. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to right elbow, extend. And rolling forward, left knee to nose, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend that left leg. Inhale, roll forward. Left foot outside of left hand. Left arm goes up. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat, and then we readjust our feet coming up to our warrior one. Inhale, reach up toward the ceiling, and exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, let's fold forward, interlacing the fingers behind our back, opening up the chest, and then leaning forward, left shoulder to left knee for humble warrior. Inhale, go ahead and lift the fingertips all the way back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Left foot goes back. And chaturanga. Once we're in our downward dog, big toes to touch. Extend that right leg back up again. We're going to draw that left foot down toward the mat. We're pushing the mat away. Stretching that right leg all the way up. Now we're going to add another element here. Inhale, roll forward. Left knee to left elbow. Extend. Left knee to, left elbow. Extend. And right knee to nose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend. Now here's what we're going to add on. Let's go ahead and bend that right knee and go ahead and make some circles. And let's reverse the circle. All right, once you're back at the top, let's go ahead and flip this over into wild thing. Bringing that right foot behind the left leg, extending the right arm all the way up and over. Exhale, come out of this, bringing the right palm down, sending that right leg back up. Once you're here, roll forward, right foot outside of the right hand, right arm goes up. Exhale, bring that right palm down. We're gonna open this up to warrior one. Again, inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, releasing the arms, interlacing the fingers, opening up the chest, leaning forward to your humble warrior, right shoulder, right knee. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, palms come down to the mat, right foot goes back, chaturanga. Once we're back in downward dog, big toes to touch, left leg goes up. Again, a nice deep stretch here. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to left elbow. Extend. Left knee to right elbow. Extend. And left knee to nose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend that left leg back. Now we're gonna bend the left knee and go ahead and make some circles. And reverse the circle. Then we're gonna flip this over to our wild thing. Exhale, come out of this, left palm to the mat, extend the left leg all the way up. Inhale, roll forward, left foot outside of the left hand, left arm goes up. Inhale, bring that left palm back down to the mat. And then we're gonna come up to our warrior one. Again, extend the arms all the way up. Inhale, lift, back bend. Exhale, folding forward, interlacing the fingers behind you. Open up the chest, leaning forward to humble warrior. Inhale, come back up, fingertips toward the ceiling. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Left foot goes back, and chaturanga. Once you're here, let's go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. Extend the right leg all the way up. So we're gonna add on to this again. So let's go ahead, roll forward, right knee to right elbow, extend. Right knee to left elbow. Extend. And right knee to nose. This time don't hold it. Extend. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Go ahead and make your circles. Reverse your circles. And we're gonna flip this over to Wild Thing. Just hold for a moment, come back, bring the right palm down, extend the right leg back up. Exhale, let's go ahead and bring that right foot outside of the right hand, right arm goes up. Right palm comes down to the mat. Let's go ahead and come up to our warrior one. Try to keep the hips square toward the front of the mat. Also keeping the knee aligned with the ankle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms, interlace the fingers, open up the chest. And we're gonna fold. Now here's where we're gonna add on. You can do a bind here. So let's go ahead and take that right arm underneath the right thigh, left arm. Interlace the fingers here if you like. Open up the chest to the left. Exhale, release. Come all the way back up. Fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. And chaturanga. So a modification here for chaturanga would be bring the knees down to the mat. And then bending the elbows. Chest come down, not all the way. Release the feet. Open up the chest for up dog. Curl the toes under. Come back to your downward dog. So just hold this for a moment. Big toes to touch. Extend the left leg all the way up. Rolling forward, left knee to left elbow. Send it back. Left knee to right elbow. Send it back. And left knee to nose, don't hold it. Extend. Once you have extended, bend that left knee. Go ahead and make some circles. Reverse your circle. And go ahead and flip this over to Wild Thing. Exhale, left palm come down. Left leg goes back up. Rolling forward, left foot outside of the left hand, and left arm goes all the way up. Exhale, left palm comes down to the mat. Readjust the feet, come up to your warrior one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms, interlace the fingers. Folding forward. Here's where you add on. You can go ahead and do a bind, taking the left arm underneath the left thigh, right arm and fingers interlace, opening up the chest to the right. Exhale, release, come back up to your warrior one. Exhale, palms come down to the mat, left foot goes back. Either take your full vinyasa or you can modify it. Once you're here in downward dog, go ahead and bend both knees. Look at your thumbs. Hop, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Fingertips toward the ceiling. Exhale, back bend. And coming forward, fold. Chest to thigh. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come down to the mat. And chaturanga. All right, let's stay in downward dog for a moment. Just remember, anytime during your practice, you can always take a resting pose. Downward dog can be a resting pose, or how we started the class in child's pose. All right, let's go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. Extend the right leg all the way up. Now, let's go ahead and walk our hands all the way to that left ankle for a standing split. Now here, you have options. You can bring the left hand to the left ankle, fold forward, chest to thigh, right hand stays out like a kickstand. Or maybe you go ahead and square the hips and keep the palms down to the mat. You can even test your balance here by lifting the hands off of the mat. Also too, if you want to take this a little bit further into an inversion, you can kick up into handstand. So just take a few moments here doing whatever you'd like. So whichever posture you're in, let's go ahead and exhale and walk our hands back out to a three-legged dog. Once you're here, keep this three-legged dog, but you're gonna come to a three-legged plank. Keeping that right leg up. Bend the elbows, low plank, and send back up to a three-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward, bring that right foot between your hands, and we're gonna come up to crescent lunge. Fingertips toward the ceiling, stretch as much as you can. Inhale, palms come to the heart center. We're gonna lean forward, and we're gonna do a twist. So hooking that left elbow to the right knee, twisting, inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. If it's in your practice, go ahead and open up the arms. Whenever you're ready to come out of this, exhale, open up to warrior two. Shoulders away from the ears, readjust the feet as you need to. The gaze should be going just over that middle finger. Flip the right palm up toward the ceiling, lifting the right arm up and over. Exhale back to warrior two. Go ahead and windmill the hands down to the mat and send that right foot back. Chaturanga. Once you're here, big toes to touch. Extend the left leg all the way up and walk the hands all the way to that right ankle. Again, taking your variations here. Maybe you don't do the full standing split. Maybe square the hips and keep your hands on the mat. Or maybe you test your balance. Or perhaps you kick up. Maybe kicking up at least 3 times. Wherever you are, exhale, release. Walk your hands out to a three-legged dog. Once you're here, roll forward to a three-legged plank and lower. Lift back up to a three-legged dog. Rolling forward, that left foot's gonna come between the hands. We're gonna come up to a crescent lunge. Fingertips toward the ceiling. Inhale, palms come to heart center. Exhale, we're gonna lean forward, twist, hooking that right elbow to the left knee. You can go ahead and open this up if you like. Exhale, then we're gonna come up to warrior two. Adjust the feet. Flipping the left palm up toward the ceiling. We're gonna bring that left arm all the way up and over. Inhale back to center. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Left foot goes back and chaturanga. All right, let's do that one more time. Big toes to touch. Extend the right leg all the way up. Walking the hands all the way to that left ankle. You take your own variation. Exhale, walk the hands back out to a three-legged plank. And lower. Lift. Back to a three-legged dog. Rolling forward, left foot comes between the left hand, and we come up to crescent lunge. Here we're gonna add on to this. So release the arms back down to the side. We're gonna push off into a warrior three. Squaring the hips toward the mat. Either you can keep your arms back or bring them forward. Keeping the hips squared, the left foot flexed. Exhale, bring that left foot back. So we come back to that crescent lunge. Inhale, bring the palms to heart center. Exhale, fold over the left thigh. And then we're gonna twist, hooking that left elbow to the right knee. Make sure you're up on the balls of that left foot. And if it's in your practice, go ahead and open this up. Exhale, come out of this. Open up to warrior two. Flipping the right palm, we're gonna lift the right arm up and over. Exhale, back to warrior two. Here we're gonna add on again, straighten that right leg. Flip that right palm up, the right arm is gonna go up and over. Inhale, back to center. We're gonna lean over that right thigh. Bring the right fingertips down toward the mat, left fingertips go up toward the ceiling. Inhale, let's come back to our warrior two. Generous bend in that left knee. My apologies, the right knee. And then we're gonna windmill the hands down to the mat. Right foot goes back. Chaturanga, again, you can modify this if you need to by dropping the knees, bending the elbows, coming up to your up dog, back to downward dog. All right, big toes to touch. Extend the left leg all the way up. Walk the hands all the way to that right ankle. You choose your variation here. Exhale, walk the hands back out to a three-legged plank. Make sure the hips are squared. Lower, lift, back to that three-legged dog. Rolling forward, left foot comes between the hands. We come all the way up to crescent lunge. Remember, we're gonna add on here. So pushing off the mat to a warrior three, keeping the hips square, the right foot flexed. Either your arms can stay back or you can send them out in front of you. Feel as if you're being stretched in two different directions. Exhale, gently bring that right foot back to your crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward. We're gonna hook that right elbow to the left knee. Make sure you're up on the balls of your right foot. And if you'd like, you can open this up. Whenever you're ready to come out of this, exhale into warrior two. Adjust the feet. Lift the left palm, left arm all the way up and over. Inhale, back to warrior two. Left fingertips come all the way down. Right fingertips go up toward the ceiling. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Let's go ahead and straighten that left leg. We're adding on here. Flip the left palm up toward the ceiling. Lift the left arm all the way up and over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're gonna lean over that left thigh. Bring the left fingertips down toward the mat. Right fingertips go up toward the ceiling. Inhale, come all the way back up. Generous bend in the left knee for warrior two. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Left foot goes back. Chaturanga. Once you're here, let's go ahead and we're gonna hop to a seated position. So bend the knees, and I always like to jump forward and cross my ankles so that we come to a seated position. So let's go ahead and extend the legs out in front of us, reaching our arms all the way up toward the ceiling, almost like we're shaped like an L. So reach a little bit higher, creating lift. Inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna fold over our legs, extending past the feet, flex the feet. So the idea here is to go past the foot, feeling the chest coming toward the thighs, the crown of the head toward the feet. All right, inhale, come back up. Now, let's go ahead and come to our back. So just slowly release, rolling all the way down to your back. Once you're here on your back, let's go ahead and bring our knees into our chest and give ourselves a big hug. Amazing, amazing. Let's go ahead and extend that left leg all the way out, keeping that right knee in the chest. So now we're going to extend the right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Taking your right peace fingers, you're going to grab a hold of your right big toe. So now we're going to open this up. Sorry guys, hold on. So now we're going to open this up, extending the left arm all the way out. We're going to bring that right leg all the way over to the right. Now, it is a challenge, but try to keep that left hip flat to the mat and the left shoulder. You can also take the gaze over to the left. Inhale back to center. You're going to switch grips, bringing the left arm to the right foot, and then we're going to bring that right leg all the way over. You can take your gaze over to the right, and if you want to add a stretch on here, maybe try getting that right foot flat to the floor. You'll feel a stretch all along your right shin. All right, inhale, bring that leg back up, grab a hold of it with your right peace finger, and open the leg up to the right. Inhale back to center, switch grips, and twist. Inhale back to center. One more time, open it up to the right. Inhale back to center, switch grips, and twist. Inhale back to center. This time, grab a hold of your calf or ankle, and then you're just going to draw that right leg toward the face. All right, go ahead and release that right leg all the way down, and then we're going to bring the left leg up. So taking your left peace finger, you're going to grab a hold of that left big toe, and you're going to bring your left leg all the way out to the left. Again, trying to keep those right hips from coming up off the mat. I know it's easier said than done. Inhale back to center, switch grips, and then we're going to bring that left leg over to the right. You can keep a straight leg here. If you need to bend the knee, that's fine. Inhale back to center, grabbing a hold of the big toe, opening it up. Inhale back to center, switching grip. Inhale back to center, open it up. Inhale back to center one more time, switching the grip. Again, if you want a deeper stretch, maybe try to get that left foot flat to the floor. All right, inhale back to center. Now, let's go ahead and bring your right foot up to meet your left. We're gonna bend the knees and do happy baby. So taking your palms, grabbing a hold of the outer edges of your feet, you're gonna pull those knees into your armpits, keeping the lower back flat to the mat. Here you can add a little bit of movement. Maybe you go from left to right. Or maybe you even deepen the stretch by opening up the legs. Again, going to the left and to the right. Whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and bring the legs back to the center to touch. You're going to cross the right knee over that left leg, tucking that right foot behind the left leg, so you're almost in an eagle pose leg. Bring the arms out like a T, and then you're going to bring your legs over to the right. So we're doing a spinal twist here to balance out some of our back bends from in practice today. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, you're gonna twist the legs over to the left. Inhale, back to center. One more time on each side. Inhale, back to center. And bring it over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Go ahead and release the feet. Now here you have the option. Maybe you can take a bridge pose, or maybe you do plow. So if you're going to do bridge, go ahead and bring the palms flat to the mat. You can bring the fingertips to touch the heels, and then you're just going to lift. You're going to lift your core, pushing through the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet, bringing your hips, core all the way up. And hold. Exhale, release. Now you can also do plow, where your legs are going to be straight, and then bring them up and over, toes to touch the floor behind you. Maybe you support your lower back with your hands. Whenever you're ready to come out of your poses, you can go ahead and rock forward into a seated position. Once you're here in your comfortable seated position, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to go ahead and end the class. Go ahead and inhale, bring the arms all the way up toward the ceiling, reaching as far as you can. And let's go ahead and bring the palms to our third eye. And really just coming back to that intention that we set in the beginning of practice, of feeling that authenticity in our movements and in our breathing as we go through our practice. What did you notice today? Let's go ahead and bring our palms to our heart center. And the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining class. As a reminder, I don't practice Shavasana in class, so I always recommend to take at least 10 to 15 minutes to lay in corpse pose, where you're absolutely flat on the mat, body is heavy, just to become aware of the energy that's moving throughout the body, the healing that's happening in the body. So go ahead and make sure you do that. And then also check out other classes that we have at houseofrhythm.com. Again, thank you so much and have an awesome and amazing day.